680 News senior business editor Mike Eppel saw the biggest deal to date in the cannabis industry. It's a cross-border transaction involving Canada's Canopy Growth and Acreage Holdings of New York State. Canopy, out of Smiths Falls, Ontario, is spending $4 billion to buy Acreage Holdings. It has operations in 19 U.S. states. Canopy looks at this as an opportunity to broaden its base for sales, but the deal is contingent on U.S. federal politics. The feds stateside have to legalize national legalized cannabis sales for this deal to be fully completed. So it could take a year or two for that to happen, and of course, depending on political circumstances. Investors, however, applauded it, sending Canopy's share price up by more than 9% today, and Acreage Holdings up as well in U.S. trading activity. Pinterest went public today. The image and ideas sharing company, don't call it a social media platform because the company never called itself that in its public stock sale documentation, went out at $19 per share U.S. and quickly spiked well above that in early Wall Street trade. They raised $1.4 billion in the open market for future expansion, valuing Pinterest at north of $12 billion U.S. Now, the problems with Samsung's newest phone just days ahead of the consumer launch date for the Galaxy Fold. Some tech bloggers reporting some issues with those touch screens on the near $2,000 U.S. device, as the Galaxy Fold is set to go on sale next week. It could delay that, though, if there are problems with that device, considering Samsung's issues with the Galaxy 7 a few years back, where they had to pull that product off the market. We did see Samsung's stock price today down 3%, and they say they are proceeding with the consumer launch for the Galaxy Fold next week. Somewhat apropos, as we saw the Toronto stock market hit an all-time high today, that it was the cannabis industry leading the way to the upside on Bay Street, led by Canopy Growth. It has been quite the year as we go into a long holiday weekend for financial markets. This year, we've seen the TSX already gain more than 15% since the start of 2019. It hit an intraday peak today. The Dow is up north of 13%. The NASDAQ also close to a record high with a gain year to date of 20%. Have a good long weekend. From the 680 Newsroom, I'm Mike Eppel for City News.